Hey, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of the Dyzee Diaries B-Boy vlog, where I'm going to be talking today about how to market B-Boying to a non-B-Boy audience.
I'm Dyzee, a 12-time
13-time world champion,
a pioneer, a global B-Boy activist, and you're watching the Dyzee Diaries B-Boy vlog!
Now, what do I mean by market B-Boying to a non-B-Boy audience? What that means is, how do we sell to a group of people who do not break, have nothing to do with breaking, and how do we get them to spend money and support our B-Boying events, our B-Boys, and our culture? Now, I'm not saying to con them out of their money or nothing like that. What I'm saying is provide them with something valuable that they're willing to spend. With that said, I'm going to be giving you 11 tips on how to market B-Boying to a non-B-Boy audience. So let's begin. Number 1, start with a spectacle. What that means is you're selling it to a non-B-Boy audience like, have you ever seen Breakin battles? It's gonna be the most amazing thing you've ever seen. Come see the hardest dance in the world. There's gonna be flying, and there's gonna be spinning, and there's gonna be moves that you've never seen before in your life. Like, just start with that. Now, the problem with spectacles is once they've seen it, they're gonna say, well, I've already seen it. Kind of like a circus is a spectacle. You go to a circus, you see all the crazy stuff, you get blown away, but the chance of you coming back again, that's gonna be something else. But even still, selling it as a spectacle is how you're gonna be even getting them to come in through the door. Number 2, sell the best of the best. What that means is when you're selling to a non-B-Boy audience, you don't wanna say, well, come see these breakers. Some are good, some are bad. We have some amateurs, but there are some really good ones too. No, you want to sell only the best of the best. Now, I'm not saying lie, I'm saying seriously, you only want to sell to a non-B-Boy audience the best of the best, whether it's the best of the country, the best of the whole entire continent, or the best of the city, or even if you say the best of this neighborhood against the best of this neighborhood. Whatever it is, it needs to be sold as the best of the best. And don't be lying, and there's guys who aren't the best of the best. Really get the best of the best. Number 3, give them someone to root for, okay? If you give them these heroes, they're heroes that they're supposed to root for, that they have an invested interest for them to win, they're gonna come to support them. When they have heroes and people that they're coming to watch, they're not only coming to be entertained, but they're coming to support people, okay? So give them someone to root for. And with that said, that brings us to number 4, which is give them someone to root against. As much as we want heroes, we also need those villains to help sell to a non-B-Boy audience. So it can be anything like, for example, at R16, we're selling all these countries are coming to defeat Korea who won the previous year. That's just an example. Number 5 is you need to bridge a connection between the audience, judges, and the dancers. What that means is most of the time events come and people sit down and they have no idea what the judges are thinking, what's happening with the dancers, what's scoring points. They have no idea what's going on. They're just watching. It's kind of like going to a basketball game. You've never seen basketball in your life. And there's no scoreboard, there's no nothing, there's no way to tell people why someone's winning, how much is a dunk worth, how much is a three-pointer. They don't even know any of this. They just see balls going in the hoop, and they just see people running back and forth, and they have no idea to know why someone's winning or losing. A scoreboard helps the audience to know exactly who is winning or losing at any given moment of the battle. And if it has criteria, even better, because now the audience is going to know why someone is winning or losing. Oh, he's getting points for musicality. Oh, he's dancing, he's scoring points. Oh, he did something original. Number 6. This is an important one. Make sure that each paying customer that comes can clearly see the battle. You make a B-Boy jam, you invite all these people, they all pile up like in a cypher. One of the number 1 complaints that I've always heard is, oh, I couldn't even really see. When that happens, you are losing a paying customer. This person comes, they pay money, they want to see breaking, and what happens? They're blocked behind a wall of people where they have to tippy-toe to see the action and what's actually happening, and all they see is feet in the air and people screaming like, oh! Not good. You have to make sure that they can see. And that brings me to number 7 is make sure that each of the paying customers is comfortable. Okay? Like I said, when you have these jams and you have these ciphers and people are tippy-toeing or squashed with someone's sweaty butt in their face, you know what I mean, or sitting on the floor, that is not good for the general audience. Okay, maybe B-boys and B-girls, they're used to that. We're used to sitting on floors, but the general public, they're not used to that. So make sure that they're comfortable, okay? Give them good chairs, good seating places, especially if they're a paying customer who wants to come, pay money, and watch great battles. That brings me to number 8. Keep the event time short enough for them to want more. What that means is most events are too freaking long. 5 hours, 6 hours. In Asia, it's like 10 to 12 hours. The general paying audience doesn't want to come and watch for all these freaking times through prelims, to top 16, to top 8, semifinals, then final battle. It's too long, okay? There's a reason why movies aren't 3.5, 4 hours long anymore like they used to be back in the day. People don't want to sit around for that long. Even the grand event like R16 that was 4 hours, 3.5 to 4 hours, I read people write that that's just too long. So with that said, if you can make the event time from 1.5 to maximum 2.5 or 3 hours at the ultimate maximum, then that will fit for a non-B-boy audience. So let's go to number 9, which is create better options for people who are willing to pay more money. With that said, when you're selling to a non-B-boy audience, you have to take into account that some people have more money to spend, some people have less money to spend, and you have to find that balance. If someone has money to spend and they just want to come and watch dope breaking and spend mad money, create something for them to get that value for their money, whether that be a special VIP seating where they get food and drinks and champagne, and make those extra cheap tickets for people who say, hey, there's a standing or floor seating, for people that, don't have a lot of money, and you're really young and you're a high school student and you don't mind sitting on the dirty floor. We have a ticket just for you. So yeah, make better options for people who are willing to spend more or less. Okay, number 10. This is an important one. Slowly and subtly educate the audience into a deeper understanding of b-boying. What that means is we have to, in all our might, subtly keep educating the audience about breaking, about the different criteria, and let them go deeper. Because the non-b-boy audience, they don't know what they're looking at. They're all just seeing flashy things, people dancing, they see funny characters, they see different things that they like. But if we slowly can find a way to show them what to look at, what to look for, what scores points, what wins over the judges, then they start to see what is the important aspects, and they go deeper and deeper into breaking as they start to understand the game in its entirety. It makes them feel like they're part of our culture. This is what keeps them coming back for more, and these are the kind of people that will teach the other non-b-boy audience what breaking is, and as they go deeper, we're hooking them for life, just like professional sports hooks all their fans. Tip number 11 is to sell them a journey rather than a one-off event. Now what that means is most events are annual events. They're just a one-off event. I'm gonna make this event, and then the event comes and then it's gone. But if you want to properly market to a non-b-boy audience, you have to give them a journey. Something like, for example, for Conor McGregor, his journey is rising to the top of the UFC, and then later his journey is to win all the different weight level and divisions and stuff. And in sports, each team is playing throughout the season, and they're trying to get the highest scores so that they can play in the playoffs and win the World Series of whatever. What professional businesses do is they sell the journey. But b-boys, we only sell one-off events or annual events. Like, okay, every year there's going to be an event and there's going to be different people. No, we want to sell a journey like this leads to this, and leads to this, and leads to this, and leads to this. That's the way to sell to a non-b-boy audience. So, with all that said, this is why normal tournament bracket b-boy events really suck for selling to a non-B-boy audience. Firstly, these one-off B-boy events, when the audience comes, once they see one, they basically have seen it all. So it's no longer a spectacle. They just see it and it's done. Secondly, they don't want to watch all the amateurs that are entering and battling. They don't want to see that unless they have an invested interest, like they're family members. But even if they're the family members of these competitors, once they see them lose in the first round, they're like, well, do we need to stick around? They only want to see who they're there to support. And even when they come to watch, they don't know what's happening, why someone's winning or why someone's losing. They have no idea, no clue. And this is the same thing that happened in Korea. They say, this is bullcrap, this is whack, this is so not fair. And then they lose respect for breaking. And on top of that, if they're sitting really uncomfortable, they don't have good seats, people are standing in their way, or they have to tippy-toe over people to watch, or they're sitting on the floor, it's terrible for a non-B-boy audience. They don't want to come again. And if the event is too long and they're doing that for 6 hours, and it's just a one-off event, you know, there's nothing left after that, how do you expect to market B-boying with this regular tournament format? It's really, really hard to do. And all the events that I've done throughout the world through R16, that's when I realized that we've got the format pretty wrong if we're going to be selling to a non-B-boy audience and creating a future where B-boys can live from battling. So in conclusion, with all that said, taking all those things into account, our city B-boys, it solves all those issues into creating a battle B-boy business, providing an opportunity for B-boys and B-girls to live from what I call professional battling. So I'm all about helping the B-boy culture all around the world to go to the next level. Now, if you would like some help or to learn how to find sponsors and funders for your event, then please click on the link below in the description, and I'll send you a free PDF on 7 steps to finding sponsors or funders for your events. So anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Alright, guys? Peace!